We're in Belgium, we're at Stavelot, we're at Spa-Francorchamps.
Today we're rolling out the Chevrolet Corvette C7Rs in various colors.
Powered by a Chevrolet LS5R 5.5 litre V8 90-degree cylinder engine. It has no traction control, no ABS, so Jono, this is a real driver's car.
Joe, I believe earlier you caught up with John Mogo in the pits.
I did indeed.
Let's take a listen.
We're down here in the pits. I'm talking to John Mogo. John, how are you feeling for today's race? Seeing your impressive lap times in the free practice session, what are you aiming for today in qualify and of course the race itself?
I'm feeling very comfortable actually. The car is very forgiving. Even though the factory ABS and the factory TC does add a bit of an element to it, but I think the car is pretty forgiving. You know, I'm aiming for a top 5. I think anywhere in the top 5, a podium would be good. A win would be even better, but it's a very long race, so I think the top runners will be those that will be able to manage their tyres a lot better, more efficiently, I guess. I mean, lap time's not everything, so consistency is going to be key here.
Is there anything else you would like to share with the viewers and of course your fans?
Wait, what? I have fans? What are you talking about?
Awesome, thanks for that, Joe. Let's take a look at the grid.
Jonathan Mogotsi qualified on pole position.
P2 is taken up by Johannes Kutsia in the red Corvette.
Lining up third on the grid is Jonathan Benz.
P4 is for Mark Henneberry in his white with British racing green stripes Corvette.
Pamolo Moripane will be in P5.
P6 is taken up by Osman.
The formation lap is just about finished now and we are about to go racing.
Of course, this is a rolling start, typical enduro fashion.
For the Spa 150. And we are off.
John Mogo leads the way into turn 1. Let's see if there'll be any action behind. All seem to be through cleanly.
Mark runs a little wide there on the Astro.
We seem to have contact at the back with Osman and Pomolo lagging a bit behind there. Jonathan right up behind Johannes, hoping to get a good slip on the straight.
Both of them running a bit over the curve there.
Being first lap, I'm sure the stewards will overlook that.
Gold tyres, gold brakes, Jono.
Definitely. John Mogo pushing to try brake slip. Oh, Jonathan runs wide
So,
there.
Jonathan Benz, of course, we've got two Jonathans in this race. We need to make sure that we keep up here, John.
Of course, yes. A replay of this of Jonathan overcooking on the brakes. Cold tyres, he's locked up.
Oh, 3 lockups in one brake try.
And he loses his position to Mark Henneberry. Mark Henneberry takes full advantage of that mistake there.
Definitely into P3 there, behind Johannes.
On board with Pomolo, closely followed by Osman. Osman running a bit wide there.
This is still lap 1. The gap between P1 and P2 have increased a bit, and also then from Jonathan to the guys at the back.
Skipping ahead to lap 3. Oh, Jonathan just losing the rear end there. Mark Henneberry now right on Johannes. Is he going to make the move? I think he's going to do it.
Of course, this is also controlled racing. Only
Too wide into this last fast left-hander. Clean as can be.
beautiful bars there. Jonathan is still in the mix there with these.
Looks like Jonathan's just taken advantage of that as well. Johannes has been a little bit tripped up by that.
He might have needed to slow down to not let Mark and he make contact there.
Skipping ahead to lap 9. It looks like, oh, Jonathan loses the rear end. Looks like Jonathan is not getting to grips with the grip on this car. There's a replay on board with Jonathan. Nice tight corner there, and oh,
Just a bit too early on the accelerator there. Maybe a late foot there.
Being 9 laps in, I'm sure we're almost half race distance. Those tires are feeling a little strained right now. Jonathan dives into the
Yes,
pits.
this is a mandatory pit that needs to be concluded for this race.
Being a 22 lap race, looks like he's pitted a lap early, hoping to make up some of that ground that he lost with the spin.
That might just work out for him. We always see in racing the undercut will get you there if you just time it correctly.
Absolutely, get those fresh tires, make up that extra 1
Yes.
second. Okay, on board with Mark Henneberry. He's dived into the pits now 2 laps later. So that's 2 laps Jonathan got to sit on nice fresh tires. Clean stop there from Mark. Let's see where he feeds in.
Is there anybody near him here?
I don't see Jonathan anywhere.
There's Johannes in on lap 16 now, quite alone as well. The grid is quite spread out thinly here. And this is Mogo, still in P1.
I believe what's happened here, looking at the tire sheet here, Mogo and Johannes have gone for the harder spec tire. Mark and Jonathan have gone for the softer spec tire.
Oh, that's what I need to correct something, Jono. This was not a. You didn't need to do a
It's not a
mandatory
mandatory
pit
stop, that's correct.
That's it was all into strategy playing. It's available to either do a stop with the medium tires or
Absolutely.
choose the hard tires and continue out the whole 22
So it looks like
laps.
Mogo has played that strategy perfectly. He's chosen the correct tires and he's maximized every lap. And he is here on his final lap dominating the Spa 150.
So it seems he will be our Spa 150 champion. This
Last chicane as he crosses the line for the win.
almost. There crosses the oh, wait, I
now.
think our video's out of sync.
Johannes crosses the line in second position, also having played his tyre strategy perfectly. Third place for Mark Henneberry, having pitted on the softer tyres.
Oh, it was still a good try there on the softer tires. It was a gamble to take, but it
Absolutely.
seems to have worked out.
John Mogo in P1, Johannes in P2.
Mark Enbury rounds off the podiums in P3, followed by Jonathan Benz in P4.
Pomolo and Osman rounding off the grid there. Osman unfortunately retiring early.
Due to technical difficulties. Mark Enbury, a well-deserved P3 there, bronze trophy.
Johannes Kutsia takes the silver.
And Jonathan Mahotsi with the gold. Epic race there from him. Kept it clean, did the pit stop, no problem.
If you enjoyed the racing today, give us a thumbs up and subscribe, and head on over to www.rebelonlineracing.co.za. Until next time.
Cheers, Jono.